I would call it the ability to interact with things that you might encounter in real life without taking any risks or without having to, go anywhere. In the medical field, instead of practicing a heart surgery, you could simulate a mock heart surgery and be able to get that down without risking anyone's lives.
It can actually be used to determine response time when a natural disaster occurs and who could get there the quickest from different positions. You can do anything with it. You can simulate any situation, and it's really cool if you really think about it. We're working on a fire evacuation, so we have to work with gaming software to make it look like the fire happens and then all the people evacuate the building. And it's actually really fun. You have to look at all of the different aspects of like how many steps it would take to exit a room, how many strides, and how long it would take, which is what we're trying to determine.
First, we measured how long our stride was. We put it into Excel and calculated the amount of time and how many strides it would take for us to get out of the building. We did 5 different tests and our rate of travel for each test. And then we have our average rate of travel, so this is how long it would take us. And also helped us calculate the total number of strides it would take to reach the exit. And then we created our program in Python and calculated how long it would take to get out of the building. This also helped us find the average for each person in the building, like what's the average it would take so everyone could get out.
Python is like a programming language that is kind of a big calculator. It's basically input-output. You put in something, you tell it what to do, and it does it.
When you're doing Python code, it'll help you make simulations. Learning the script was kind of hard at first, but after you keep going at it, you'll learn how to do it.
It's basically just coding and setting different variables. We were able to enter in different data for the fire expanding. Like if it starts here and it grows in this amount of time, and that's how much time there is for everyone to get out, and then the response time for the fire department to get to the school.
Also, we learned how to work with SolidWorks. SolidWorks is just creating 3D shapes, and you can make anything with it because you can make any shape. I've made go-karts and we've made buildings, and then we're going to move from SolidWorks into the Hammer Editor. Hammer Editor is just really fun because you're making a 3D program. You can actually create your own video game with all of your own creations. Right now, we're supposed to just go through the tutorial, make sure everything works, and then our next step will be to plan and actually make the building.
There's multiple textures that you can do, and you can even put in custom textures. When you make a brush, you can turn it into a wall. That's how I did all of the walls and the ceilings. You can change the way the screen looks so that when you're building, you come up with different views. That way you can put things together easier. And you can use wireframe to make sure that everything is lined up properly. Pretty simple program, it just takes a little bit of time.
I'm using Hammer Editor, and we're basically just making this room with our player right here. And this is the aerial view, and then these are each of the side views. And then this fourth box here is where you can kind of see exactly what you've made from an interactive standpoint. You get to take the same software that video game designers use to create video games, and you get to basically be in their shoes, creating a building or an object, being able to use the Hammer Editor and create my own video game and be able to interact. That's really cool.
Modeling is used as a tool. Now I can create anything just by a click of a button.
But I want to go into computer engineering and computer tech. Modeling and simulation is pretty much a way for me to create anything I want. You wouldn't have to be a computer genius to do this class. It's more the lines of having fun. You can have your own time, do it at your own pace.
I would definitely say do this if you're interested in computer science, computer engineering, modeling and simulation, because from here you can go to programming, you can go to video game design, pretty much anything in that area is what this focuses around.
I think a lot of the things that you learn in this course really apply to different careers that you might find in the world, and a lot of the same aspects are used to create different simulations. My favorite part was probably that I could take an idea that I came up with and pretty much make it into reality. You can use all the software to just put it out in front of you. I really enjoyed being able to work with all my friends and having a great teacher and just being able to create and model up different things and be able to interact with them with everybody.